Hey.
Lord, I don't even know where to begin.
It's happening. It's happening.
All right, be honest. Have you ever fallen in love with someone's potential or rather than them as a person?
Looking back, especially over like my high school years, if someone was interested in me, I think I would only like them back because I was like, wow, someone actually likes me. And it's like, you don't actually like them, you like
The idea.
the idea, yeah.
Which was made very real by the movie The Idea of You.
I love that movie.
Yes, but
Yeah.
it's a reality.
Yeah.
Most people fall in love with the idea of us as a
Yeah.
relationship or
You
the
st-
idea of you
Yeah.
as a person.
I know for myself, I have a very wild imagination. And when
Yes.
I kind of start liking someone, I think about everything.
Yes.
You know, I think about what our life could look like together and, you know, our future and this and that. And then once I kind of move on and I stop liking that person, I'm like, did I actually like you? What was I attracted to?
That's often the case.
Yeah, and I feel like it's easier for girls to get wrapped up in that more than guys.
Yes, because we are designed for the purpose of love and reproduction, and which we need. That's one of...
Because we're nurturers.
We are. It's a part of our nature for most women. So it's not something to condemn yourself for or feel embarrassed about, because you would be like so many other women.
It's like
yeah,
you could see their potential, you could see who they could become, and it's like you weren't dating the person they are now. You were dating who you thought they could become.
Oftentimes we see them as a project and not a person.
Yes, especially if it's... I'm a sucker for a bad boy. I think it's the you know, the good girl, bad boy type.
Hey, it's a thing. It's
yeah,
real.
it is. But I know I can't change a person.
That's right.
I know that for a fact. Only God can change them.
Yes.
But only God can change them if they are willing to make the change.
That's right. So at what point do you have to abandon a relationship because you can see that they're not growing?
That was one of the reasons why my last relationship didn't work. Within the relationship itself, you know, after X amount of time, I was like, where is this going?
Yes.
And then I could see in them as well that he didn't want to change. He didn't want to put in the effort. He didn't want to, you know, better himself. And, you know, he would say that, you know, he's like, no, I want to do this, I want to do that, and, you know, all this stuff. But I'm like, well, your words are saying one thing, but your actions are saying another.
Yes. So it's when you start to see a pattern.
Yeah.
And the pattern isn't changing. It's continuing in the same path.
Yeah.
It's at that point that
I think I think that's what it was for me. And
yes. And
but everyone's
agree.
different.
They are, but our time on earth is short.
Yeah.
And we do have to consider that. And so if you can see that a person isn't going on the same path as you and isn't growing as a person, and obviously you would have that discussion with them and talk to them openly. But if you can see that they're not going in that same direction, it is okay to say no, to cut things
away.
and to walk away.
Yeah.
That's right. And that is oftentimes, it is a very difficult thing to do, because as nurturers, we want to see people grow, and we want to see them overcome and become the person that in our minds we have a picture of. Yeah, but it's learning to be aware that not everybody's in that same season as you as well.
Potential isn't bad. I think if you can see the potential in someone, you should try and help them want to be like that or like strive for that type of potential. It's like, oh, I see you doing this, or I see you becoming like this.
But we have to also be careful too, not to push people into
like putting that pressure on them.
That's right, because even though like we can see potential in them, they may not. That might not be the direction that they want to go. And so then we have got this vision and this idea in our head about who they should be.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, who they are is who God's created them to be.
And you fell for the person in the first place for a reason.
Well, mostly. Like I suppose sometimes we do fall in love with their potential.
Yeah, but
rather than
like,
them as a person.
Like even before there should be some instant attraction.
Or chemistry.
In the first place. Like there is a reason that you were
attracted
to them. Whether it's, set aside physical, like appearance and things, but like...
Yes. I think that's that's important, and that's a whole nother facet of the journey and love. But yes, it is, potential can be a good thing, because I have seen it played in beautiful relationships where couples have pushed each other to the next level, but then it's when that is not happening in a healthy manner, that's when it's okay to speak up and to realize, you know what, I see potential in you.
And I think that should be reciprocated as well.
Yes,
like,
you've got to feel that balance.
Yeah, like
if
I was to get into a relationship and I saw potential in my partner, I would want him to do the same thing to me, be like, oh, I can see you, being like this and this, or,
what is coming to mind as well is the Proverbs. I'm pretty sure it's Proverbs 8, where it's talking about how seeing things as what they really are and not just what we are imagining in our mind. And I think that's really important, is to have that understanding that, okay, all I have got to go by at the moment is their actions. That is the information that I have to work with.
Yeah.
Everything else is just imagination. Yes. It's what I would desire, what I would like, but it's not real. Whereas what I've got to work with is what's in front of me.
And because you don't see the future, only God can see your future.
That's right.
So you kind of just have to focus on the now. Like Pastor says all the time, living in the now with an eye on the future.
Yes, I really love that statement.
Yeah, I do too.
It's really good. And sometimes our imagination can override discernment. I'm not going to mention any names here whatsoever. But you know what, Renee? I think it's comforting for other girls to know that they're not alone in their journey. I remember doing the same.
I think that's why I enjoy writing a lot.
Yes.
Because I tend to, because I tend to let my imagination just run wild. I'm like,
on the
okay, I can put it down in words and I can put it on paper and...
Yes.
Yeah. I guess it's my way of letting it out.
And we need that.
Yeah.
You do not want to hold that in.
No.
Okay, question, Renee. Have you ever fully imagined or believed that you were the main character in a movie and waited at the airport or waited in the rain hoping for a dramatic entrance?
Girl, I'm still waiting for my moment. Yes, all the time.
Yeah?
Do you know... Now, this never actually happened with my ex.
Okay.
But recently...
Yes.
I have envisioned, every time I watch a rom-com or, pretty much anything that like has a strong romantic like couple.
Yes.
As like the leading characters.
Yes.
I always picture myself as that character.
Yeah.
Whether it ends in tragedy or not.
Oh.
And I'm like,
actually, that goes back to our first question. That's where you're getting your idea of love from.
Yeah.
Just saying. Anyway, keep moving forward. Oh, so is there a moment, though, that you have been like sitting somewhere and just like desperately hoping that they're going to come along or do something?
Not yet, but like I said, I'm waiting for that.
Oh, I have. I've definitely had moments where I've been on the plane and thinking.
But you travel more than I do, so I'm probably not going to get an airport scene.
No, but you could have your scene in the rain. I don't know, like when it's raining.
Yes. Like The Notebook.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I have never seen.
You haven't seen it?
No, I'm a disappointment to girls all over the world.
You are, because that is like where I
I
built
know.
my perception of what love should be.
That's like the number one romantic movie.
I remember reading that Britney Spears broke up with her, it was Jessica Simpson, broke up with her partner or husband at the time just because their relationship
Who were they dating?
I have no idea. And I would have no idea.
Well, if it was Justin Timberlake, that's Britney.
No, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure if it was...
I'm thinking it was Jessica Simpson. I'm pretty sure it was.
Research time.
Yeah, let's check it out. But
keep talking while I do this.
Yes. So they broke up. I'm pretty sure it was Jessica Simpson. Broke up with their husband because their relationship was not like the one displayed in The Notebook. And at the time, I remember rolling my eyes thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe she did that. Do you know what?
Of course she did it, a few people.
Well, yeah. I did pretty much the same thing. Like, as in, when I was in a relationship and I was starting to compare my relationship to others and also be like...
What era of Jessica Simpson?
Well, I have no idea. I just remember reading it like in a magazine. So that'll tell you, because that was when magazines were a thing. And yeah, I can't judge because, well, I totally did when I read it. And then I was in a situation where I did the same. And it wasn't necessarily comparing it to that scene, but I was like, is this all there is to life? I was very discontented as a person during that season. And it made me
Nick
question.
Lucky.
So is it a thing?
In her 2020 memoir, Open Book, Jessica Simpson revealed that The Notebook, back in 2004, played a significant ironic role in her 2005 divorce from Nick Lucky? Is that, would you say Lucky?
Where is that? Which one? Lakey?
Lakey.
Don't know for sure, but I think. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read that in a magazine somewhere.
That is crazy.
Isn't it? And that is, again, goes back to number one
really
question.
Unhealthy.
Well, we think that, but you know what? That actually helped me when I was in a relationship because,
So that was a big reality check for you?
It was. Not that particular scene, but I remember thinking to myself, well, I don't think I'm okay with my life being like this right now.
You have to get it into your head, life is not a movie.
Thanks for the reality check.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're right. But why can't it be?
Because it's not real. That's a fantasy. Even I know that. And I'm a hopeless romantic.
That is... No, I'm not settling. I think that's why I'm chosen this life of singleness because I can control it and I can create it to be whatever I want, and I'm not waiting for another person.
But that's the thing. Side. Why would you don't want that moment because you don't want that life? So
yeah, I know that was way.
So why does it bother you anyway?
You've got a point. One of the reasons why I love my life of singleness is because at any moment it could change.
Yeah.
At any moment, the magical, amazing, beautiful things can happen. And I'm not just talking about romance. I love the fact that I could just get up and I can just travel anywhere and I can go somewhere.
Yeah, you only have to worry about yourself.
Yeah, that's right. And so, and that's a selfish thing, I know. But that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy my single life is that I'm not... I don't have to check in with another person as to what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, I can just hop.
As sad as it is, like as much as I envision having that big, romantic, happy gesture and like that happy ending, you know, I'm like, I know it's not realistic. If you're lucky enough to find someone like that, you're a rarity.
But no. Can I just say that? That makes me a little bit sad.
It's just the reality of it.
Well, yes, and I agree
it's
because
like you go through a breakup, you're like, oh, he'll realize I'm the one, and he'll come back with a big speech, all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, I'm like,
all right. I know which angle you're getting at now, and I agree
Yeah.
with you. I do. Because, there's another angle to it where I don't want, you can have the most beautiful, amazing relationships, but you're right, they're not like insane, crazy hype or grand gestures all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see the angle that you're going with, yes, there. And you are right. It's, we shouldn't have that expectations, because then we're holding another person to a reality that we can't even keep ourselves.
Yes.
And who are we to be?
Because your life is not a movie. There's not a million cameras around everywhere.
Yes.
Where, everything is kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Like I
there's
said,
boring,
it's fantasy.
the reason why we have movies is because we take out all of the boring bits.
Yeah.
But in life, we can't take out of the boring of the boring bits.
And I think it's an escape for a lot of people. It's like, okay, when I envision myself as the main character, and I'm like, wow, like I can see myself being that person, or another person being, another person, and
Yes. Yeah. No, that's good though.
yeah, but I'm like, I need to, like I said, it's an escape. I'm like, okay, this is not my reality.
Yes.
This is what I want my reality to be like.
Yes. Yeah. We do have a hand in how some of that reality is worked out with our words and how we treat somebody else and that. But at the end of the day, that, like I said before, that person is not your project. You are not planted on this earth to change another person. The only person that you can change is yourself.
Yeah. What's the most delusional Valentine's Day expectation you've ever had?
Oh.
I feel like this kind of almost ties into what we were talking about just before, being like
Yes.
how our imagination can just run wild.
Yeah, definitely. Most
And
delusional.
I know I'm delusional as well.
Oh, look,
You don't need to tell me that, I already know.
I was not going to say anything.
But that's what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, I do have a bit of a story, quick one. I was flying in, and I had so I was flying back into Rockhampton from Sydney, and I had a crush at the time, so there was actually no relationship there. It was just pure crush. But I was hoping that he would have jumped on a different flight from where he was, which is in Sydney, and fly to Rockhampton.
That's
and
literally
meet me
a
at the
rom-com moment.
airport
Oh my God.
with flowers and chocolates.
stop it.
And I was sitting on the plane and I'm like doing my lippy and I'm just like fixing myself up. And I had the time.
Get the cameras ready.
I was totally invested. I had convinced myself.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that he was going to be at the airport waiting for me with like these flowers and just take me off somewhere and go to dinner.
That's so fun.
And like we know, there's only one flight that will go into Rocky, and yet somehow I literally was believing that he was going to be there, and with everything, and we both know.
I have one too. I wouldn't say it's delusional. And I actually think this is kind of bare minimum, in my opinion, anyway.
Yes.
I just envision, like a secret admirer, or someone sending me flowers to either like my front door or like my workplace, and I'm like, because it's like, oh, someone's actually thinking of me.
Yes. Have you had that?
I've had flowers delivered to my workplace, not for Valentine's Day though.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were from my sister.
Oh,
Usually
that's still lovely.
Yeah. No, she's great. I love my sister.
No, that's really cool. Yeah. Do men actually care about Valentine's Day, or is it just us girls?
I feel like that's hard to say because we don't have a man here to answer that. But
What's your thoughts on it? Do you think it's
I don't think they do. I think they could care less. I think it's just another day. It's another holiday to spend money on your missus unnecessarily. But I think if they really do love the woman that they are with,
Yes.
they will, I guess in a way, they will care for them. It's like, okay,
Yes.
I will put in the effort. I will show them that I do love them and I do appreciate them, and I will make them feel special on this day.
Yes.
So it's like, I could care less about it. I don't care if you buy me anything or you spoil me the day, but I love you enough that I'm going to show you on this day.
Yeah. And
I think it's the same for a birthday. I know a lot of guys don't care about their birthdays, but, you know, their girlfriends are like, no, this is now a national holiday. Yeah, so I think on a normal, I think, yeah, because guys don't care about stuff like that.
no, not all the time. And that's why it's important to think about Valentine's from their perspective.
Yeah.
Because it actually could be a pressure point
Absolutely.
for them. And so breaking down and having those discussions
Yeah.
could alleviate that stress on someone that you deeply love and care about. So if you do love and care about them, I think having that conversation before the season arises so that you both enter it with the same level of expectation from each other.
If you're a guy as well and you are wanting to do something for your girl on Valentine's Day, I think going that extra mile and going a little bit deeper, finding out the things that she likes. And I know Valentine's Day is all about the roses, so like, yeah, you know, get her a single rose or like get her a bunch of roses, do that. But finding out, you know, if she does have like a favorite flower,
Yeah,
you know,
it shows
a favorite
initiative.
Yeah, you know, favorite type of chocolate or like snack or something like that. You know, like one year, my ex, he got me a single red rose. He got me all my favorite chocolates.
That's beautiful.
He got me a bottle of Coke, which anybody who knows me, I love Coke.
Yes.
And I was like, oh.
It actually showed that he took notice.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I did have to tell him what all my favorite stuff was, but I like.
At least he went to the effort.
Oh, that was like prior to, he just, because he remembered all of my little favorite things. And,
Yes.
you know, like he didn't surprise me with my favorite flowers because my favorite flower is seasonal.
Oh, okay.
It's a frangipani.
That used to be mine growing up.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was. All the way up until probably in the last like 5 years. I've only just changed it from. Yeah.
But putting frangipanis in a bouquet is very, especially real ones, that's near impossible.
Yeah. I mean, like, they smell nice at first, but then it doesn't take them long to deteriorate.
Yeah.
And then they go
I remember talking to a florist friend of mine and she's like, because I was like, oh, when I was inquiring about like wedding bouquets, I was like, oh, can you do a frangipani? She's like, I can. It won't last very long, but I can.
That's right. They don't.
In all, no, I don't think a man cares about Valentine's Day. I really don't.
As a blanket. There would be a few, definitely, and it's just important to think about it from their perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just alleviate the pressure for them.
I do think it does put a lot of pressure on the guy.
I do as
you know,
well.
It's not just the fact that like, oh, I have to buy her something or I have to treat her that day. It's all like, if you're wanting to pursue that person, it's like, okay, how do I ask them to be my Valentine? Yes. Do I just go straight up to them, hey, will you be my Valentine? Or do I come up with this big grand gesture? Or like, there's a lot of pressure for a guy. There is a lot of pressure.
I almost am sweating for them. Just thinking about
it. That would be the wig.
And the heat. We are in Rockhampton. And
if you know, you know.
You know.